wow, honestly, 2024, would you expect that Art the Clown himself would be a mainstream horror icon now? Literally, with a new movie coming out, with critics coming out positive, and reviews coming out kind of positive, he is now a big name in the horror community, Art the Clown. And you better remember it. So that you remember it, on this video, we will be reviewing Terrifier. So let's get into it. So obviously this movie is a mess to me and to fans of the franchise. But, you gotta give everything a try. And I gave this movie a try and wow, it was crazy. But there's obviously some good and a lot of bad about this first movie. And that's how we're gonna review it. We're gonna be naming the bad and the good. And also reviewing and giving you my thoughts on key parts of this movie that occurred. So let's officially get into the review. So right off the bat, one of the greatest parts of this movie is the beginning scene, where we get to see Art the Clown mask up and put his makeup on and put his gloves on and get ready for a horrific night. Now, honestly, this intro was very chilling, especially like the entire talk show scene where like they're talking about the survivor of Art the Clown. It was scary as hell. I was sitting there watching the movie and I was like, damn, bro, that's actually some scary shit. And usually I don't really get scared. I don't get scared at all with horror movies because I'm a big fan of horror movies. I don't usually get scared. But this opening was very, very chilling. And then him jump scaring us by kicking and breaking the TV. Very, very good jump scare. I think I almost fell over in my chair when I was watching the movie because of that jump scare. It was so great. I think I almost like flung across the room. But anyway, yeah, the intro was 10 out of 10. Perfect. And yeah, that's all I have to say about the intro. Now here's a negative. The entire story of this movie is just off the rails and terrible. The characters that we follow are awful. Like, you think that one of the characters is the final girl, then she gets killed. And then a different final girl comes in and gets her face eaten very disgustingly. And that's the character we get to see at the beginning of the movie who kills the talk show host. But the movie is just very interesting in its approach with its story. With the Terrifier franchise, don't expect like any rock solid story because it's not going to give you that. It's going to give you dumb, fun, horror, bloody, fun time. That's what these movies are all about. And I bet that is exactly what Terrifier 3 is. Not too good of story, but a bloody fun time, But the story in this first one is just very weak. I do wish it was stronger. The characters I really didn't find enjoyable on screen. Never really rooting for them, even though I really should be. You always root for the final girl, but you had no idea who was gonna live or die, which that's a good thing. Suspense in this movie. You did not know who was gonna live and die, and you would be surprised who lives and who dies in this movie. But yeah, like the story was weak, but the suspense was very, very well done. And honestly, my favorite part of the movie is the portrayal of Art the Clown. David Howard Thornton is the person who plays him, and he plays him damn well. And also, fun fact, he also played the Grinch in the Grinch horror movie that we probably will be reviewing sometime this Christmas season. But back to the review. His portrayal is so awesome. Like we originally learned about this character all the way back in All Hallows Eve, where he got his own little segment and people wanted more, so hence why we have the solo Terrifier movie. And I could just imagine like the fans of Art the Clown being so disappointed with this, being like, oh, I knew he should not have gotten his solo movie. But as the franchise goes on, you'll see why he gets his solo movies. They're pretty good. They're dumb fun, just like this movie. But David Howard Thornton is just amazing in the role. But all the actors and actresses other than David Howard Thornton did not do a good job at all. The acting was very, very bad, unfortunately. You never want to see bad acting in a movie, but in this movie, expect bad acting, and expect the only thing that you could enjoy about this movie is the portrayal of Art the Clown and the kills, which brings me into the kills. The kills in this movie are ferocious, bro. Like, you see people get gutted occasionally, get their heads stomped. Like, it's crazy gory and crazy violent. You know, like Demi Leone, the writer-director of this movie, really does a very good job with the practical effects. With like the head stomping and all the bloody makeup, he just does phenomenally. He is really good at what he does. And even in the second and third one, you'll definitely see a lot of that good bloody makeup and gore effect, you know, especially in the second one. He works hard on these movies and they pay off so well and honestly end up being the best parts of these movies. And the entire chase scene that happens between our final girl and Art the Clown is amazing, very suspenseful. Like, is Art gonna get her? Is he not? And there's a little back and forth battle between the two, but yes, Art the Clown does eventually get her and kill her brutally. And don't even start on our final girl's friend's death. That bitch got split in half, and that was crazy. Like, that was the one and only reason I never rewatched that movie, because of that girl getting split in half. That was really, really gory. It was crazy. But that's really what this franchise is about. Terrifier. Freaking terrifying you. And I have nightmares. I'm just joking. I'm built different. I don't got nightmares. At least not anymore. Yeah, and the character of the custodian was, like, another character I thought alright, because, like, at first he was a bit of a pain in the ass, you know, not telling our final girl where the bathroom was, but then he actually went on to try to save them, but dying very brutally, getting his head crushed, which badass practical effects and awesome scene. And also, while we're talking about positives, another really good part of this movie was the pizza shop. Everything that had to do with that scene was phenomenal. Perfect. It was so suspenseful, like, is he gonna kill them right there, or is he gonna wait? What's his plan? And just the entrance of, like, the serious face with his garbage bag that looks like Santa's freaking present sack, like, it's crazy. And then the two kills we get to see, like, the face jack-o'-lantern and stuff, is really, really well done. Great scene. Two gory kills, like, Art the Clown straight up copied Michael Myers. I mean, basically, in 2018, Michael copied Art, like, by cutting the guy's head off and scooping all the stuff out and making it into a jack-o'-lantern. Really, really cool stuff right there. I'm not a psychopath, I promise. It's just a movie review. Chill, bro. But anyway, great effects. Those two kills were very gruesome and crazy. And the ending scene where our real final girl of the movie comes in and gets her face eaten by Art the Clown until the cops show up and he's like, oh man, I got caught. And then shoots himself. And I was like, oh wait, is that really how he died? He was human? And then of course we get to the ending of the movie where he's in the coroner's office and he wakes up from getting shot in the head and chokes out the coroner. And that's where the movie ends. Now overall, I'm not gonna give this a 10 out of 10. I'm probably gonna give it like a 6.5, 7 out of 10 because it's far from a perfect movie. You know, if you like dumb fun movies like, for example, Winnie the Pooh and Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey, this movie is for you. It's the perfect dumb fun horror movie that you could watch during October. Like, turn the lights off, light a jack-o'-lantern, and sit down and watch it. And it's perfect for that specific category, you know? So, I didn't really like this movie all that much, but I thought it was some dumb fun, you know? But that's really all I have to say about this movie. Bye, guys.